Okay, and starting with the box offense, right now we're going to work on our paint cuts. Paint cuts pretty simple. We're going to cut through the paint in order to start our offense. So when our point guard brings the ball down over half court, we're going to call out box, and then we're going to make our paint cuts. When we make our paint cuts, simply the 3 is going to cut through into the paint, going to the opposite wing, and the 2 is going to cut through into the paint, going to the opposite wing. Okay? This creates a rub between the defenders because the defenders are always going to protect inside the basket. So this creates a rub and some confusion in terms of you don't have to necessarily set a screen, but this rub, this natural rub, will allow the defenders to hesitate in the middle, and then we'll be able to start on one side or the other. When we run our box offense as the 1 is bringing the ball up, it doesn't necessarily have to start on a particular side. It could either be thrown from the right or to the left. So once the 1 comes over half court, whichever guard is open, then we'll be able to distribute the ball that way. But we'll start our offense by making our paint cuts, and then whatever side is open, let's say if the 3 is open on the right, the 1 will dribble over and deliver the basketball once that 3 is starting to curl and is facing him and gives him his hands up. After that 1 passes, then that 1's going to screen away, and then the 2 then is going to come to the top of the key, in effect exchanging places with them. And this will allow for movement. This will allow that 3 to get the basketball in a good setup with enough spacing, and if nobody's open down low on the block, he can kick the ball up top to 1. But basically, we're going to work on our paint cuts first with the 2 and the 3 cutting into the paint. Paint cuts are pretty simple. There were the guards, the 3 and the 2, cutting through the paint, going to the other side. That'll force a rub with the screen from the 5 and the 4 coming down, which you'll see later. But basically, it's a way to move quickly to the wings to be able to receive the basketball. Once the 1, or the point guard, dribbles over to the side and delivers the basketball, he will screen away, keeping constant movement at the perimeter. Okay, so Michael, you're the 1. Once you dribble over and decide which side you're going to throw to, throw and then screen nice and low away. Once we get the ball at the wing, we're going to be in triple threat, where we're going to be facing the basket. So we can either drive, pass, or shoot. But for the sake of this drill, we're going to kick it back out to the top, and we'll swing to the other side, and then the guard at the top of the key will screen away, okay? So let's take a look here at our paint cuts. We're going to run box, box, box. Good. Michael's going to screen away. Good. We're going to face. Good. We're going to pick away nice and low. We're going to come quick off the cut here. Good. Face the basket. Go ahead. Quick off the screen. Good. Make sure we're set on the screen. We're set on the screen. Good. We're going to come off here. Good. We're going to face the basket. Good. Okay, stop right there. So that's an example of our paint cuts as we go through and we keep constant motion or constant movement from the perimeter. It's the guard's responsibility to always face the basket. One thing that a lot of the younger guards will do is they will not even face the basket. They'll look to continue to pass back to the top of the key. You really have to get that guard to square the basket, face, and look to be an offensive threat at all times.